at hip flexion. So I'm going to ask the patient, go ahead and bring your knee up all the way. Okay, I'm going to bring him into full flexion. Okay, may add a little bit of an external component or an internal component. Of course, normally I would go into a fader and fader, but I'm just looking at range of motion. I'm going to here do internal rotation movement as well as an external rotation movement. Okay. I'm going to look at abduction. Feel for what happens here with the opposite ASIS. When that starts moving. Okay. Go here. Take him into adduction. And if I want that a little bit more closely, I'm going to just bring this over and again assess adduction here. Okay. Now I'm going to have him move over a little bit. I can look at extension. I would normally probably do that in a prone position, but since we're just looking at the supine eval, I can at least assess his extension here. Okay, go ahead and move a little bit back there. Okay. Next, I'm going to look at knee flexion. I'm going to go in to full flexion in neutral. Here I'll get a external rotation component with a varus and an internal rotation component with a valgus, and go into full extension, fulcrum with my left hand pulling up. I want to get a little better feel for that. I'll grab him in here and go into extension this way, and again I can add a little bit of an internal rotation component, a little bit of an external rotation component. I'm going to look at ankle dorsiflexion. I'm going to go here. Of course, here I do have the gastroc limiting my movement, so I may bring him up here and eliminate the gastroc as a component. I'm going to look into full plantar flexion. Okay. I'm going to look at inversion. Of course, it's really pro and supination movement that we're looking at. We always call it inversion, eversion. Okay, and I'll look at subtalar eversion and inversion. Nice little cavitation in there. And then I can still look at hindfoot inversion, eversion as well. Okay, now we're going to look at muscle length. So I'm going to look at 90-90 test, looking at his hamstrings. Ask him to warm up and stretch ahead of time, so he's doing really good. May add a little bit of a component for the semimembranosus, some tendinosis in there, or a little bit more the component for the biceps. I will look at his piriformis, above 90 degrees, or below 90 degrees. Okay, I'll look at his gastroc length. Okay, if I can get you to get up for a second, stand here at the end of the table. Go ahead and bring your left knee up to your chest and go ahead and lay back down. Do the Thomas test to assess for hip flexors as well as the rectus and get an idea of the IT bend as well. Okay, go ahead and scoot back up. Look at strength testing. Go ahead and bring your knee up towards your head. Okay, head flexion. Go ahead and push down into my hand with your heel. Look at hip extension. Okay. Now bring your foot in. Okay, for hip external rotation. Now bring it out. Hip internal rotation. Okay. Go ahead and bring your knees out, push against my hands for abduction. Okay, and push them in for adduction. Okay, we're going to look at, go ahead and push with your foot against my arm. Look at ankle plantar flexion. Okay, go ahead and pull up. Okay, go ahead and pull the outside of your foot up. Now bring your foot down and in. Okay, and last, let's have you bring your big toe up. Pull, 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 pull. Okay, all right, and that is it.